Okay, in this fifth video, where we'll be talking about practical SEO, which is making your site visible without having to have extensive technical knowledge, we'll be talking about our initial WordPress settings. And basically, in this video, we'll be talking about the installation of Google Analytics, which you should have hopefully already had your account set up. Now, in terms of setting up your WordPress, we're going to be using the plugin feature, which we'll be talking about in depth in the next video. However, we will be using the plugin feature in order to install Google Analytics. So the first thing that we'll want to do in order to get Google Analytics installed is we'll want to go to the actual website where we have WordPress set up. And I'll pull that up here. And I'll make sure that you can see that on your screen, and that's the WordPress site that we have set up. We'll actually log in. And we are now in our WordPress back office. So in order to install Google Analytics, we're going to use the Google Analytics plugin. And all we'll need to do is to click Add New Plugin. And then where it says to search for plugins, we'll type in Google Analytics. And we'll find Google Analytics for WordPress. We'll click Install Now. We'll activate the plugin. And you'll notice that we have some actual additional information that we'll need to enter. Now, the additional information that you'll need to enter will actually come from your Google Analytics site. So what you'll need to do first is you'll need to authenticate your site with Google. And now if you're already logged into Google through your Google Analytics program, this link will actually help you automatically. Right now, for the most part, you can leave, in order to start with, you can leave the default settings as they are. The thing that you'll want to do is to authenticate with Google through this link. So now, in order to activate, it'll say you must select which Google Analytics profile in order to track before it can work. You'll also need to decide whether or not to input the analytics code into the header. I leave this the way it is because it's a default setting. And then once you authenticate with Google through this link, you will be all set up for Google Analytics. Now let's talk about why you want to have Google Analytics and what it's going to tell you. One thing that your analysis through Google Analytics will tell you is it'll tell you who's visiting your site. It'll tell you how long they're staying. It'll tell you which pages they access and who sent them, or in other words, what website did they come from. It'll actually tell you when they visited. Now, all of that's important because as you make changes to your website, you want to make changes based on the things that are happening and the things that you want to make happen on your actual site. You can also track things like sales and conversions. In other words, are people coming to your website but they are not buying? Or they're not doing the things that you want them to do, or they're not helping you to accomplish your goals. Well, Google Analytics will tell you how many people are visiting and how many people are helping you to accomplish those goals. It'll tell you which of your articles or which of your written pieces or your videos are doing the best and attracting the most people. It'll tell you whether or not you have a significant audience in mobile. It'll tell you how visitors react when they come to your site. It'll also tell you how your advertising is doing. So the number one thing that you'll need to know in order to make Google Analytics work best as you're setting up your website is to understand what the goals for your site are, because that's going to help you to set up Google Analytics. But in setting up WordPress, Google Analytics is as simple as installing the plugin and tying it to the Google Analytics account that you should already have set up prior to this video. Now, if you have not set up Google Analytics prior to this video, go ahead and set up Google Analytics and then go back to your WordPress site, install the WordPress plugin, and then authenticate with Google, and you will have your initial settings set for WordPress, and you'll be ready to do SEO setup in the next video. So with that, thanks, and I'll see you in that next video.